All right. Hello. Sorry, guys. Um, having so many dang technical difficulties. I've been trying for almost the past, like, I don't know, 6 minutes, 7 minutes to get on here. Anywho, I am doing a reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Also for your cross watchers, also for those of us who find ourselves on this channel without any Piscean anything. You're probably an empath. You're probably needing messages from your soul. Alrighty. So let's get started. Let me zip this up a little more. Let me fix myself a little bit. Anywho, I asked what this reading was going to be about, and I heard something very, very specific. Okay. Oh, I don't think I wrote it down. I did. I did write it. I heard time to work hard for you, or they can keep silently watching. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on, but it's sounding like Piscean empaths have just about had it. Y'all have just about had it, and it's time for them to really just show you something. Let's see. Oh, this dang up. We're going to put this winter right side up. You know what? No. As a matter of fact, we're going to stick that biznatch back in the deck. Uh-huh. All right. Just off. That's how I set it down. All right. I threw it. Hold on. Oh my god. All right. All right. Let's put these aside, okay? I'm like butterfingery right now. What is going on? Maybe I'm dehydrated. I don't know. Maybe I have some dehydration issues. I don't know. All right. Hello. I got it already. Thank you. Can I have some hot tea? Detox tea so I don't talk too much shit today. Hot, please. Hot, please. I would like some detox tea so I don't talk too much shit. Gotta detox my attitude. All right. All right. Let's there. Okay. There you go. I feel my attitude starting already. So detox tea is the way to go. So someone's been silently watching you. Whew. Someone has been silently watching you. They've been keeping tabs on a lot of the things that you're doing. I don't know. I don't know that they're a stalker. It's just someone's been silently watching you. Scared much? Are you scared much? Talking like I ate granola. I did eat granola. Anywho, Sana, no, I'm not full of bullshit. I just don't need to talk bullshit. I'm not full of shit. Okay, let me stop. All right, serious mode activated. I don't have a serious mode. Okay, here goes. Fulfillment in reverse. This is someone who really just is not able to I don't know. I get so sick and tired of this conversation. Don't tell anyone. I'm kind of just sick and tired of this conversation. Like, this person really needs to just figure themselves out. They need to figure themselves out. They're upset because of the lack of fulfillment. Well, nothing's going to get fulfilled if you keep withholding your cup, right? Nothing's going to be put in your cup so long as you don't make known that your cup is empty. Clearance. So again, they're still in the process of clearing away whatever it is they're clearing away. It's almost like this sense of they are the slowest cleaner ever, like ever. Like this is the type of person, analogy wise, they are cleaning a 5,000 square foot home with a toothbrush. Thank you. Ooh, it's hot. Okay. They're cleaning the house, their internal house, with a toothbrush. And I don't know, that's on them. That's on them. They're still dealing with issues regarding boundaries. So someone continues to, breach their boundaries and invade in their process. So, okay. Okay. What I'm getting here is this is someone who is still mixing all sorts of different businesses. Hmm. They're still mixing all sorts of like non-mixable businesses. And I think that's a problem. I think that's a problem. How are you going to ever move forward if you continue to bring with you the very thing that you need to leave behind? You're not going to move forward. And then you're going to sit there and keep wondering, why am I not moving forward? That's why. I just told you why. I just told you why you haven't been moving forward, why you feel very, very stuck in your life, why all of these things that are going on are going on. If you truly want change, you have to create the change yourself. Okay. When someone is toxic and you need to leave them behind, they're not going to suddenly be non toxic and be like, oh, I just realized that, I've been very toxic for you. And so I want you to be healthy. And they might say that, but will they actually do that? A toxic person is a toxic person is a toxic person. You can make as many excuses for that as you want. Truly. You can. You can spend 5 years on that, 6 years, 7 years, 10 years, 20 years. What I've seen time and time and time again, when someone is toxic, if they cannot take accountability, ownership of their behavior, if it is always everyone else in their eyes, they will forever remain toxic. And every time you bring up their toxicity and how it affects you, they're going to become more defensive. They might not be verbal in their defensiveness, but they will become much more defensive. I mean, I'm at a point where it's like, if you're going to be toxic, you need to fucking go. That's that. That is that. It affects everyone in their life. That toxicity bleeds over into everybody. If you want to be toxic, by all means, be toxic, but do that shit by yourself. You see what I'm saying? This is not about trying to change someone. And I think that's a lot of what the problem is for empaths and Pisceans, especially Pisceans. It's like we think that we can choose someone that's toxic, knowingly choose a toxic person and have this belief that we can love them into wholeness. You cannot. You yourself are not whole. That's why you keep trying to fill that void with people projects. Really let what I'm saying sink in. And I mean, if we're going to really be honest, let me just really call it out how it is. The people who need to hear this message the most are going to be the ones like, oh my God, she's just so rude and mean. Fuck yeah, I am. When you keep dicking yourself around like that, fuck yeah, I get rude and mean. Because really though, when people have said it nice to you, has it made any difference? When people have been compassionate and nice and patient, has it made any kind of difference? I'm about efficiency. I am absolutely about efficiency. Yes, I'm Piscean, but I also have that very dominant Capricorn moon. And if your toxicity is going to interfere with my efficiency, fuck your feelings, yo. I'm not even joking. Fuck your feelings. Let me break it on down for you. You do with that information what you must, but I'm not going to mince words. I'm going to break it on down for you and then I'm going to keep going. And I think so many of us kind of need that type of, it's not even tough love, it's real love. Because we as societies have allowed ourselves to kind of be disillusioned by this concept that love is about like, oh, I'm going to pet your hair. I'm going to say nice, sweet things to you. I'm never going to tell you when you're messing up. I'm never going to tell you that it's your fault that you made these decisions that led to these types of situations. No, baby boo, I'm going to love you in the realest, rawest way possible. If you're fucking up, I'm going to look you in the eyes and be like, look, I hate to say this to you, but you fucking up. This on you. You did this. You're fucking up. And if you want change, you need to look in the mirror and make some changes within yourself first. It will overflow into your life. It will. Your life will change. It will. But first and foremost, you got to recognize you are the one fucking up. It's not everyone else. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. And I think we need to allow ourselves to love ourselves in this way where we can really, really take a good hard look at how far we've come, how much further we have to go, where we're at within our perception of ourself, our life, and all of these things. Yes, the language that I'm using be harsh today. It's harsh today. But today I don't feel like playing that game. I don't feel like, oh, well, people are going to be upset if I'm that honest. Let me just be honest. Let me just be honest. And maybe if we have these honest conversations, like right from the go, then we can re enter back into that soft space and talk about amazing things, the beautiful potentialities that are headed your way. And, like just getting all of that out of the way first. Now, if you're not ready to hear the truth and the way the truth is delivered, whose issue do you think that is? Whose issue do you think that is? So, what I'm asking right now ties in more to the people who are capable of seeing and speaking truth, but they don't because they're tiptoeing around people's feelings, the very feelings that are used as robes of toxicity. Are you hurting their feelings or are you triggering them to see what they've done to themselves? And that realization is the very thing that's hurting their feelings. But they're projecting it onto you because you're the one delivering the message. Mm. So then what's the real issue there? Is the real issue you? Or is the real issue that cognitive dissonance? Right? So if the real issue is their cognitive dissonance and that you represent a type of healing that is just damn near impossible for them to allow, it's not that they're incapable, it's that they don't want to allow it, which I get that. I totally get that. Like it's scary to see that you have the capacity to live life in such a different way, in a way that is oh, lucky duck. Okay. I just got a notification that we are lucky ducks. I don't believe in luck. I believe in creating your own opportunities, not by trampling on people, but by creating opportunities for you to do things, for you to leave your mark, for you to live with purpose, intentional direction. I was messaging with a friend last night and I was sharing with them, like, I had a conversation with my husband. And in this conversation, I came to this realization and it was profound. And I was just like, whoa, whoa. I come from a space, a community, a culture, a people, a family where unless you have a specific type of career, you don't really have a value. Mhm. Unless you are part of a minimum level of tax bracket, you don't really have a value. And I'm not trying to say my people are a bad people or materialistic or greedy or any of that. Filipinos, general rule of thumb, are some of the most generous, loving, hospitable, compassionate, funny AF people you will ever come across. I love my people, don't get me wrong. But that's the reality of my culture. Unless you are of a specific career path and tax bracket, you don't really have a value. Okay. I'm not part of those things. I haven't been by choice. I've chosen to be, uh, in their eyes, unemployed and lazy. The reality of it, one of the most hardest working stay at home moms you'll ever come across. That's what I've been for most of my life. At this point, most of my life. Yep. And the realization that I had last night is, whew, I became a CEO in a parking lot with not a single dime to my name. I became a CEO. And through the opportunities I created for myself without the trampling of other people, without using others, without betraying others, without any of that maliciousness, malignancy, or anything like that, I am now a president of a nonprofit organization. No education, no college degree, no certificates, no nothing. And I'm not even done. I'm barely getting started. I'm barely getting started. I feel my soul on fire. On fire for what? To no longer drag my feet and waste time. More opportunities must be created because in the opportunities I create for myself, I create huge, huge shifts that then create opportunities for other people. If you want to be, follow someone else's path, follow mine. I used to not want people to follow me because what if I fuck up? What if I fail? I don't have that running through my blood. That's the reality of me. Anything I do, I will succeed at. Is it because I'm the shit? No, it's because I will not take shit until I am done with what I'm doing. And what am I doing? Becoming the change that I've been seeking. I'm done waiting for someone else to do it. Everything in society, everything in every single society has been stacked against me to tell me that I cannot do it, that it is impossible for me to do it. Impossible? Honey, sit down and just watch. I'm going to show you. Sit down and watch. I'm going to show you the impossible being made possible. See this right here. You can't. You don't know how to fail. Quite the opposite. When you've been labeled as a failure by the people who are the most important to you, what do you have to lose? They already labeled you as a failure. Yeah. They already labeled you as a failure. So really, I mean, do you really have anything left to lose? And the reality is, most of you who watch me, most of you who spend so much time with me, a large portion of the people in your life, they've labeled you the failure. That's why you resonate with me so much. We are the failures of society. But see, here's the thing. I see that as a very, very profound thing in the most positive, most beneficial way. Why, you ask? Because a simple fact. My life has taught me I will always fail at being a basic human. So, in that regard, I'm absolutely a failure. But in all other regards, because I fail at being a basic human, I am now free to be the profound expression of divine truth that I was created to be, that you are created to be. You will always fail at doing something you were not meant to be. Let that sink in. You will always fail at the very things you were never meant to be. We were never meant to be basic. We were never meant to be just like other people, working that 9 to 5, staying busy all day. Maybe you failed in school because you're not smart. No, because you didn't need to do the busy work, because they didn't believe in you. And so you didn't want to prove to them why you needed to be believed in. Because if they didn't have the capacity to see the greatness that you are, why waste your time? And I tell you right now, most of the people who are here to affect change for the whole of humanity have that logic. I'm never going to try and prove someone wrong. Why? Why bother? You're already convinced. I'm not going to be wrong. Embrace your wrongness. I don't care. I got other things to do. I just got other things to do. But believe me, in about 2, 3 years, when your ego starts to get tired, you'll be back. That's how it works. You'll be back singing my praises, telling me, like, oh my God, I'm doing that. I'm talking about chakras and stuff. I'm doing that. Good for you. Good for you. I truly mean that. Good for you. You do what you need to do in the timeline you need to do it, but I'm not going to sit around and wait. I'm not going to sit around and wait because I don't need to. You don't need a hand holder. Let's face it, guys. Most of you that sit here with me day in and day out, you are being cultivated to be the next wave of leaders. All leaders before us, since the fall of the patriarchy, have failed. They failed to rise up to the expectations that were rooted in the reality we once lived. They failed. And no, I'm not saying men are the problem. I'm saying the toxicity that initiated the fall of the patriarchy is the problem. And we've allowed it to fester. We've allowed it to take too much control over ourselves and our lives. No more. No more. I used to wonder why I was made so small. I feel like I'm average size, but everyone seems to think I'm small. So I granted, I can't reach anything past like the first shelf in the kitchen. It's hard. It's too high. It's too high. Stop putting things on the second shelf or higher. That's rude. When you live in a house with a small person, that's rude. Put all the essentials on that bottom shelf. Just come on. Come on. But you can't be mad that I keep asking you to reach for things if you're going to put it that high. Okay. So put all the essentials on the first shelf. But here's the thing. I used to wonder tremendously, deeply, oh my gosh, to the point of almost obsession. Why was I made too small or so small, which I'm not that small? And why was I made Asian? You know what I'm saying? Like, first, I'm allergic to freaking soy sauce and rice. What the hell? What the hell? Second, I mean, really though, let's be honest here. Asians are some of the most disregarded people by all nations. By all nations. That's the truth. That's okay. We're going to change that. We're going to change that. And it's not to bring Asians on top and dominate everyone. No, it's to create a level playing field that has the potentiality for the most profound type of equality and unified diversity that humanity has not seen since ancient times. Okay. So I represent everything that's dismissed. I'm a woman of minority. I'm an Asian at that. And, I'm not very intimidating in person. Yeah. I'm awkward. I'm not in denial. What? I'm awkward. I don't look people in the eyes. I kind of just exist without looking at anyone. Okay. And here's the thing though, when that's how you're created, you have a much easier time sliding right through. People don't recognize that. They don't recognize that. Yes, Annie, my sister right here. Because we are considered nice, quiet, docile, especially the women. I look at Annie, I'm like, you're a badass, girl. She's badass. I'm just like, damn, I want to be badass like you. I'm serious. You have that badass aesthetic. I love it. But yeah, no, that's how we're considered. And that's fine. They can consider me in that way all they want. Because when the words become powerful and spoken with passion, when I begin to really allow the truth of my gravity to be experienced, oh, people don't know what to do with themselves. They don't know what to do with themselves because it's like, oh shit, I've already let her in. You've let me in. You thought that I wasn't going to do anything that, you thought I wasn't going to do anything, that I had nothing to contribute to your learning and your growth, and that I was just going to be this novelty, this kawaii thing, I'm not a Sanrio character. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not a Sanrio character. And if someone wants to see you as some type of caricature, like how they fetishize my Latina cousins. Yup, they're my cousins. We're conquered by the same people. They're my cousins. Uh-huh. They fetishize you. They say you have a bad attitude and they like it. It's sexy. And it's like, yo, love me, my Latina sisters, because guess what? Man, if they support you, they support you. They make you family. Their culture is very similar to my culture. Like you're not just a guest. Like you're family now. You're adopted. I'm sorry, you're adopted. You know what I mean? Like we live in societies, in countries, in this state of separation. And in order for us to get along, like, oh, you have to be a novelty, you have to be a fetish. I mean, they fetishize Asian women too. Don't even get me started on what they've done to my black sisters. Like, don't even get me started because that really riles me up. Don't get me started on that. If you speak with some type of authority and passion over yourself and you're like, oh, you angry? Get the fuck out of here. No, you're just basic. You can't handle the fact that that's a strong woman, regardless of her melanin. That's a strong ass woman in front of you that you cannot dominate, that you want to kind of just minimize to play these roles because you have some sort of storyline in your head. No, a strong woman is a strong woman is a strong woman. And a beautifully balanced man is a beautifully balanced man is a beautifully balanced man. See, we do this to everybody, right? Ocean lover. That pisses me off. That pisses me off. Like you are expected to speak with a whisper. Or you mad. You're aggressive. The best one. This is the best one. Okay. Make me want to punch a motherfucker in the throat. Oh, you ghetto. Motherfucker. Mhm. 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 It's time for us to really make people fight for us. Really. Not fist fight. I'm talking about having these conversations that are difficult to have because we were told we're not allowed to talk about these things. We're only told that we are allowed to talk about the ways in which we are different. Even by separation of sexes, male and female, whatever you identify as, we're really not that different because we all have these roles that we have to play, or else we're not playing by the rules and we're, messing things up. I don't give a shit about your rules. I really don't. I really don't. I remember I was like 18 or 19 and I was working security and I was literally like 100 pounds, right? And um we were ejecting someone from the mall. They were getting banned from the mall for the rest of the day. And I'm just there. What am I going to do? I'm just there. They called me over there cuz there's like support in numbers or whatever, right? And I'm just there and I'm obviously the smallest one wearing toddler size clothing. I'm the smallest one in my toddler uniform. And what did I do? This guy must have been like 6'3", 6'4", somewhere around there. And of all the guys that were in security, that we were all there, guess who he decides to try and pick on? And then all the guys, all my coworkers were like, oh, because they already know my attitude. I don't give a damn if I'm so small that my duty belt is half of my torso. I don't give a damn. So you know what I did? I said, "Fuck you. I get off work in 15 minutes. Come back here. Oh, we could do this right now. I don't give a shit." Start taking off my duty belt. They're like, "Hey, you can't get undressed here." No, motherfucker wants to fight with me. Let's do it. Let's do it. And he was just like, "I don't give a shit. You don't know my history. You don't know my pedigree. Fuck you. I don't give a shit." Some of the man in me came out. Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. Because everyone in society expects me to play this role. That's right, Melba. I'm from Fruitvale, motherfuckers. For people who don't know, that's a place in Oakland. Oakland, California. I'm originally from Oakland. Oakland, California. Fruitvale bitches. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. I may not have a claim to the term ghetto or ratchet, but baby boo, it don't get more hood. It does not. I mean, granted, I've grown. I'm an adult now. We don't need to be ratchet anymore. We can use our words. Okay. We could use our words, but the fact still remains. The fact still remains. When I come across people in real life, especially, they really showcase what they think of first a woman, second an Asian. I don't give a shit what you think. I don't. I don't care what you think. I'm going to be who I am. And maybe part of what this talk is about is allowing yourself to be who you are at this point, more than just a ratchet person, more than just whatever the stereotype is placed upon you. Really allowing the truth of who you are to come through. Just really allowing it. Really, really allowing it. We should love her. He had the right one. He did. He did. Because you know what happened with that call? You know what happened with that call? I start getting all riled up, and next thing you know, they're my coworkers are trying to like pull me back into the mall, and guy was tripping, like, what the hell? And so the other coworker of mine explained to him, you must not know who her brothers are. And then that coworker told him who my brothers are. And then he went into the mall to apologize, and he's going to leave for the day. Oops. He absolutely had the right one. He absolutely had the right one. Absolutely. He had the absolute perfect one for that fuckery. He had the perfect one. Because at that point, that's when he saw my badge and my name tag, and it said Garcia on it. And he's like, hey, yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know. I don't give a shit what you knew, what you didn't know. You have to conduct yourself in the appropriate way. Give me 1 second, guys. So, for everyone on Facebook, please go ahead and report this Michelle Johnson profile. Please go ahead and report that profile. If you've been tagged by Michelle Johnson, please, I ask all of you to report that profile. Report it for pornography. Pornography and violence. I'm going to ban the page now. Hopefully you've gotten a chance to report it. There you go. There you go. So, what we have to do at this point, we have to allow ourselves to recognize how protected we are, and that we should not be afraid of speaking our truth, living our truth, being witnessed, living in our truth. Okay? You have to allow yourself to exit out of that fear program. I'm a saltwater Latina. Saltwater. My Filipinos were colonized by the Spaniards, the Spanish. So we have similar, very, very similar roots and culture, and even a large portion of our language. The roots are in Spanish, like cuchara, sibuyas, stuff like that. So I'm part Spaniard, if that makes sense. But I'm not from Mexico, Central America, South America. I don't, as far as I know. As far as I know, who knows? So again, this is about that upside down masculine that keeps coming up in these readings. I hope they get their life together. Whoever that is, whether it's an actual man or if it's someone who just has masculine energy, masculine imbalance, like imbalance based in masculine emotions or processes. I really truly hope that they get their life together, whatever that means. I don't see them as a failure. I see them as someone who is having so much hardship. Excuse me, that's unnecessary hardship. The hardship comes from not wanting to do what's necessary for their growth and their healing. It's just like one of those things where if you're going to keep choosing the same exact patterns, you're going to keep having the same exact issues. A toxic person is a toxic person is a toxic person. Like, seriously, I truly mean that. Like, it doesn't mean that they don't deserve love. It doesn't mean that they need to be completely abandoned. But if they're going to continue to be toxic, you're going to have to make decisions for yourself. Whether you're that masculine or the masculine is the toxic person for you, you're going to have to start making some decisions for yourself. Like, I'm good off that. I can't even emphasize that enough. I don't want toxicity in my home. I don't want it around me. I don't want to interact with toxic people. I'm just like, and here's the thing. Some people might be like, well, if everyone has toxicity, then you don't want to talk to anybody. No, I'm saying you can be a toxic person, but wrap that shit up. Wrap it up. Keep it separate from me. Whenever you're in my presence, bag that up for real. Or don't come around me if you can't do that. And I found that toxic people, um, they tend to hold me in a much higher regard than the average person because I have that stance, which is crazy, right? Yeah, but I found that toxic people are very insecure people. And it takes me back to this logic that I have for parenting, where if you don't know what your parent is going to do to you if you do any given thing, that makes you very insecure. Like, people used to criticize me. They're like, you're too strict with your kids. I'm too strict with my kids. My kids have an actual routine. This was back when they were like babies, like toddlers, very, very young, younger than 5. It's like, no, I'm not too strict. My children are very, very confident in who they are, in their parents, because they know if you do this, this is the outcome. If you do that, that is the outcome. That cause and effect, that was learned pretty quick. That was learned very early. And so, no, they're not insecure in that way. Toxic people usually did not have that type of security. They're in survival mode. But here's the thing, if I'm not threatening you, don't be lashing out in survival mode with me. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. I'm not going to tolerate that. I'm just not. I'm going to go into full mom mode with you and be like, what the fuck did you just say to me? You better watch yourself. You better be aware of the way you're addressing me. Because I don't address people in just any willy-nilly way. I don't. I will always approach things with a base level of respect. And the more you interact with me and show me that you're incapable of that, the more I will get ratchet with you. The more I will mirror your energy and be ratchet as fuck with you. Mm-hmm. And I used to roll with ratchet ass people. Mm-hmm. 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 We have to have a very clear causation and effect established for ourselves. If someone reaches this level of disrespect, regardless of what kind of day they're having, there must be this level of reaction. And if they're going to escalate that, there must be this, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, I'm not playing this tit for tat. Uh-uh. So you mad at me because I matched your aggression and you want to escalate it? Get out of here. Get out of here with that. Nope. Mm-mm. Yep, I was told that too, Mariah. Let's put your comment on the screen. I was always told I coddled my kids too much. I was told to be very, very strict, and it's not fair. They're not getting like a normal childhood, whatever. And then I was told that I baby them too much because they're my babies. I should baby my baby, but they know how to conduct themselves in a very mature manner. Even considering their age, they're very mature for their age. Why? Because they're not traumatized in that way. Their emotional and mental growth was not stunted. You realize when you traumatize a child, you stunt their emotional and mental growth, right? Why do you think so many people live their life like they're 12, like they're 15, 13 years old, acting a fool? That's where they've been stunted. When they're trying to figure themselves out. And as you try and figure yourself out, yeah, you're going to have little mess ups. That's part of you growing. But when you keep being told during a period where your sense of self is just being barely formed, then you're going to believe that. You're going to live up to it. Watchtower of the West, Autumn. So I know there were things that popped up. A card for winter popped up here somewhere. Or did I put it? Oh, no, I stuck it back. So autumn, winter, there's always these references to autumn and winter. Initiation. Initiating you into the fold is what I just heard. Initiating you into the fold. I wonder what that means. I mean, I know what that term, that phrase means, but I wonder what they're trying to tell us with that. Yes, gays. um all the people who used to criticize me back when all of my kids were still toddlers. Uh, Now, they come to me for advice like, "Oh my, what should I do about my kid?" Well, I mean, first, I thought you said that I was too much of a parent. I thought you said I was too extra and too strict and too this and too that. What the hell? Now you want my advice? Hmm. All right, let me get over myself really quick. Because, I have a right to be like, no, I'm not giving you advice. Is that the best thing to do? No. When they know better, theoretically, they do better, right? And I try and make it a point to not hold it against someone how they behaved when they didn't know any better. Just because it takes someone a longer time to grow to where I was years ago does not mean I have to hold it against them. See, that's the thing with me. I'm just as intense in my aggression as I am in my softness and grace. That's what makes me a whole person. And that balance that I can always maintain is the very reason why I should never, ever, ever allow myself to be ashamed of being able to reach such levels of intensity. Because as hard as I can fight, I can love just as deep, just as softly. Be a whole person. Be centered, smack dab in the middle of your intensity. It doesn't matter which direction my intensity travels. I will always find my way back home to my center. And that's important. That's very, very important. Incubation. The time for incubation is done. No more hiding yourself. No more hiding how you feel, what you think. And it's not necessarily that you're being encouraged to consistently tell people what you think, because I mean, honestly, not everyone wants to know what you think. That's just the honest truth. Those are the words I live by. And so when people do want to hear what I think, when they do value what I think, it's always a major honor to me, like such a grateful heart. Like, wow, you're actually considering these are my opinions. Thank you for that. There's never this expectation of someone needing to do as I say. Now, if I give you information and you ignore it, and then your life goes to hell after you ignore it. Don't expect me to be like, okay, here's more information. No, now you're going to have to book a session, because I'm just like, I'm good. I'm good. I came to you. You disregarded me. I only need to be disregarded once. And it's not like an angry, I'm bitter no, it's like, no, we're not doing this cycle. We're not doing this thing of now you've selected me to be your personal savior, and you're going to keep messing up and expect me to get you out of it. No, no, I don't do that anymore. I used to. I used to quite a bit. I used to. There have been people who I've raised tremendous amounts of funds for them, like tremendous amounts of funds. And every time I bail them out of another financial situation, they get themselves into yet another financial situation. Oh, they need support. No, they don't need support. They need to not be enabled. And these are the things that I'm learning through life. You have the power to empower or enable just by helping. If it's enabling the toxicity to continue, if it's enabling their lack of belief in self, their lack of willingness to exit out of that toxic space, then you're hurting and harming and hindering. You are not helping. I mean, we can't just like abandon people. I'm not saying to abandon people. So then what do you mean? Well, you need to tell the person, this is the last time I'm going to be able to help you. And then don't help anymore. You're going to have that conversation of, this is kind of beyond what I can do. It's past what I'm able to do. So this is the last time. And really stick to that. When you say to someone, this is the last time, when you say that you're done and you continue to stay, those type of lies that are told, and they're lies. At the end of the day, they're lies. Okay. It teaches them to disregard you. And then you have this logic of, I told them I was done and they just didn't want to listen. No, because you've told them many, many times that you're done when you weren't, and you stuck around. That's where it comes from. You have to take accountability for the ways in which this was taught. I've done this. I've done this quite a bit. I have done this where I say I'm done and I go right on ahead helping the same person. It sucks. It definitely sucks. Some of the things that I've kind of witnessed, the moment someone feels very comfortable with me, then they have this expectation of I need to do this, this, and this for them. No, I don't. I don't. I don't. I'm exiting out of that. Yep. Yes, Leanne. Sometimes doing so much for those that keep taking becomes a form of self-sabotage for our growth. The hardest thing for us Pisces is to gracefully bow out. And sometimes that's why we keep those type of people around, because they give us a legitimate excuse, legitimate modality to deplete ourselves to the degree that we can't work on ourselves. I'm too tired. I'm this, I'm that. I've helped too much. I can't do it for myself now. Pisces, let me tell you the reality about the world. Just because you deplete yourself for a person does not mean they're obligated to deplete themselves to refill you. You hurt your own feelings when you live that way. Because then you begin to feel like, I help everyone. No one ever helps me. Well, because you've convinced everyone that you got it, that it's okay, that it's no big deal. They call Pisceans fake, right? I'm just calling everybody out today. I'm just calling everybody out today. They call Pisceans fake. And we're fakers. We're fake. We are. We fake that we're okay. We fake that this tremendous thing we did for someone is not a big deal when we know damn well it is. We fake so much shit that facilitates other people taking advantage of us. Let's stop. Let's just stop. Let's stop doing that. Let's start speaking up. Let's start making our needs known. Let's start being that pebble that was tossed into the still water and affecting those ripples of change. And yo, I'm telling you, when the people in your life see you changing in this way, they will shame you. They will be upset. Oh my God, you've changed. Oh my God, you think you're better than everybody. Oh, you can't help nobody anymore. No, I can't enable you anymore. I'm still definitely able and willing to help, just not you, because you're a taker. See what they say if you say that. Don't say that in striking distance because they might slap you. Not even joking. Not even joking. That's too much truth for someone who takes. It's too much truth. They're going to be real upset hearing that. Oh, so you think I'm the problem? Yeah. Yes, you are. You made yourself my problem. Yes, that's what I think. Absolutely. And they're going to be real upset when they hear that. They are. They're going to be really upset when they hear that. I remember years ago, my mom started all kind of drama, right? And so finally I had enough and I really just let her have it. It was harsh. It was harsh. I said she was selfish. I said she was, completely inconsiderate of the way she lives her life and the way that affects everyone in the family. And I just really broke it on down. It was harsh. It was harsh. All the shit she didn't want to hear. But were any of those things lies? No. Mm-mm. And then a few years later, my sister-in-law is talking to me and she's telling me how during that period, uh, my mom had gone around to pretty much anyone who would listen and told them I was so mean to her and I said all of these things. And I'm like, what did she say that I said? And my sister-in-law repeated what I had said. And I was like, oh, I did say that to her. And she's like, I said, I more than said it to her. I yelled it at her. I yelled it at her. I looked her straight in the eyes and I yelled it at her. And she's like, oh my God. And I was like, was I lying? She's like, and I'm like, yeah, exactly. I'm done. I'm done playing that game. And my sister-in-law was just like, okay, like we shouldn't, family shouldn't fight and this and that. I'm just like, uh-uh. I'm done with that. I'm done with that. That was years ago. And then fast forward maybe like, I want to say 5 or 6 years later, maybe even 7 years. And now I'm taking care of her, bathing her, changing her diapers, everything, which I feel like it was an honor to be able to do that for her. And she refused to take her meds. And I'm like, you need this to live. You need this to live. Like, this is not optional. You literally need this to live. And I distinctly remember she's like, just give me 2 minutes, just give me 2 minutes, or something like that. And I'm like, it's been 45. I told you I have to start my work. She knew I had sessions. And then so she ignored me. She got really mad at me and she ignored me. And then she decided to call her sister, my aunt. And I heard her whispering because I left the room. I heard her whispering that I was being so mean to her and this and that. I was like, tell her the truth. And then, because my aunt's on speakerphone, she's like, put her on the phone. She's mad at me, right? I said, Auntie, did she tell you what's really going on? She's like, why are you treating your mom that way? And I said, Auntie, she's not taking her heart meds. She's had me waiting almost an hour already and I have to start work. She didn't take it yesterday or the day before. And that's when my aunt was like, oh, she's being so naughty. I was like, I told you. I told you. I had every reason and right to yell. I was mad. And my mom couldn't say anything. She couldn't say anything. Because then my aunt was like, why are you doing that to your daughter? She's taking care of you. She's the one working, paying for all of your medical stuff. Why are you doing that to her? She's just asking you to take your medicine. You know, guys, a lot of the problems that we go through, it's because you don't say anything. It's because you don't say anything. Had I not said something and just been like flat out with my aunt, you know, that was going to be a big issue. Because then it's going to be like, now they have to inform all like 50, 60 of my family members that, you know, I might be like having some elder abuse issues. And no, she's not taking her fucking medicine. If she ends up in the ER, this is gonna, that's because that's where it's headed. She's gonna go to the ER. Had I not said anything, that would have been this whole thing of like, oh my God, oh, she probably just took her mom to Colorado for the money. Like, motherfucker, I'm the one spending all this money. I'm the one. I'm the one like spending everything for all of the medical stuff. No, we got to keep it very, very clear. If you want to say I did something, we got to tell them the whole story of why I yelled. And when I yelled, I was like, fuck. Yeah. And then my husband was like, hey, just go to work. I will get her to drink her meds. Because at that point, I just yelled, fuck. I was so irritated already. She literally had me standing there for an hour with a little cup. A cup with 2 pills. You have to take your, I'm not going to freaking force it in her mouth. Come on now. So standing beside her bed. You have to take this. You have to take this. And she's like, no, give me 2 minutes. Oh my God. My mom's stubbornness is just, it's impressive. I can laugh about it now, you know, but then it was like, I was just like, what is wrong with you? You know, if you speak up, you take away people's ability to make something that was appropriate. Because at that point, it was appropriate for me to show my frustration. Okay. This was not just an hour-long battle. This had been going on for 3 days. 3 whole fucking days, yo. 3 days. That was, y'all, if you don't realize how patient I am, 3 days of begging, please just take it. I will put it in applesauce. You want chicken nuggets? I'll buy you chicken nuggets. You want chicken nuggets? I'll even give you the sauce. You know, it was just like, what do you want? I'll take you to casino. I will do. And finally, I was like, no, I will not negotiate with a terrorist. She was a terrorist at that point. No more. Responsibility. This ties into what I was saying about being responsible for the way your life goes by speaking up. By speaking up. Speak up. A lot of the issues that have entered into my life over the course of my lifetime stem from me not speaking up when I should have. Oftentimes, it's in your silence that people feel enabled to do more, to be more harmful. They become even more bold. They become even more convinced that, oh, see, you're not saying anything because I'm right. Mhm. Mhm. Stability in reverse. You're being destabilized by the very fact that you're not taking responsibility for the way your life is going, right? That is what's destabilizing you. That is what is causing you to feel very unsure in your interactions with other people. Now, this doesn't mean that I'm constantly just like all up in people's mixes, like, hey, no, you're wrong. No, no. I speak up when I recognize you're trying to take this to a whole ugly place of like, let's gang up on Emmy because she's not saying anything. Uh-uh. No, not going to work. Shadows, scrying mirror. So you're going to have to take a good hard look in the mirror. Ooh, did I say it that way? I did. Darn. Ouch. You are, though. You're going to have to take a good hard look in the mirror and see the person you've become because of not speaking up, because too many people were allowed to get in your head and convince you something about yourself. Look at this. Time to work hard for you, or they can just keep silently watching. You know what this tells me? This tells me that you're preparing to walk away. This tells me that you are finally entering into that space where you have had enough. It's time to walk away. It's time to just no longer, no longer, no longer. And, that's a good place to be. That's definitely a good place to be. When we allow ourselves to exit out of those cycles, when we allow ourselves to exit out of these connections that really they drain us, the only reason they're connected to us is to drain us, then you begin to have quite a bit of your power return back to you. You know, you have your power returning back to you. What are you going to do with that power? Are you going to allow yourself to believe that you don't have power? Because I promise you, you do. Just because you give your power away does not mean it's not yours. You see that? You feel like you have no power because you keep giving it away. Awakening, becoming aware. Becoming aware that it's time to recall your power. Becoming aware that it's time to no longer wait for people who don't feel like there's no urgency to be in your presence. Ooh, that's huge. I can't find it in myself to wait around for someone who doesn't feel like returning back to me is urgent. Like they can just take their time. And it's not that I want you to rush, it's that I want you to understand the gravity of what's waiting. So what are you waiting for? Are you waiting for someone who is just they're taking their sweet precious time because, they're weighing out their options? They're weighing out their options. That statement alone, I was not anticipating that to come out of my mouth. That statement alone. You think I have replacements? Like you're you're weighing out options? Okay. Take me off your list of options. Take me off your list of options. See, it's like someone buying diamonds and they're weighing out the options because, for the size of diamond you're kind of smaller than all the other diamonds. Why do you cost so much? I'm a VS1 baby boo. The cut and clarity is incomparable. You're looking at things with massive inclusions in them. They don't even sparkle. Take me off that board. No, no. Options? Mm-mm. And I think that's part of the thing is that so many of us, especially those of us who are Piscean, we live in such a way where we feel like we're being too much and too extra if we feel like we shouldn't be an option. Stop existing in environments that make you question your worth. Like for me, I'm at a point in my journey where the way I see myself, you can't afford me. But I might choose to gift you with my presence. I can't be bought. I can't be owned. But I might choose to allow you to be part of my circle. And no one gave me permission to think this way about myself. No one gave me this permission. No one hyped me up to feel this way about myself. I'm just kind of like, I'm done fighting the realizations. I'm done trying to shrink myself so that I don't hurt other people's feelings. I'm just done. No, I don't have to tell everyone. I'm just going to start living like I'm done, existing like I'm done. Because I am. I'm done. If you're really done, you have to start acting like you're done. Because when you say you're done and you continue to live and act as though you're not, there's a lie there. There's some type of misalignment, which then is a lie. See, misalignment. Mm-hmm. Somewhere in there is a lie. If you are really done, you need to begin acting and living like you're done. Passion. Having that passion. Living your life in the most passionate way. Making every day like this amazing adventure where you find more and more of you and your truth. It's a beautiful thing to be able to do that. It's a very, very beautiful, beautiful thing to be able to do that, you know? Yes, yes, yes. Ocean Lover says it's great that you realize that, Leanne. Once we see, we can choose differently. Once we see, we can choose differently. And here's the thing, you're not blind. Pretending to be blind by closing your eyes does not make you blind. Covering your eyes so you don't see the reality of how people are treating you and regarding you or disregarding you does not make you blind. Looking the other way does not make you blind. Not allowing yourself to feel does not make you blind. It just doesn't. So allow yourself to start seeing. Years ago, I tried to start classes. Well, I was considering seriously starting classes at the Berkeley Psychic Institute. And I distinctly remember I went to one of their like workshops or whatever. They had this like open community time. And basically one of the people in charge for that event, kind of went up to me and was like, my energy is disruptive. I'm going to need to learn how to control it, because then if I don't, it becomes dangerous for all the other participants, and I will be asked to leave. And basically, I had gone there to learn how to turn off my abilities. I did not go there to learn how to cultivate them. I wanted to turn it off. And when I was asked to leave, um, I figured out how to blind myself. It didn't stop anything that was happening. I was afraid because I was seeing the things before they actually bit me, clawed me. I was seeing everything. Being able to see demonic beings, the fear of that is nothing compared to the fear of not being able to see, but still being able to feel their presence. You just don't see them coming. I would still have the marks on me. I would still be attacked. It's just now I'm blind. So I can't see and dodge. Just really let yourself think on that. Really let yourself think on that. You want to turn off the ability, right? Because it's scary. You want to not be able to see. That's not going to stop events from happening. It's just not. I had to learn that the hard way. I had to learn that the hard way. It didn't stop anything. Just made it easier to attack me. Maybe one day I'll talk about some of those experiences in depth. They're, I don't feel bitter about any portion of my life. Not even that. It was those experiences that really, really cultivated some very powerful abilities. Why do you think my actual specialty, my day job, is an exorcist? That's what a parasitic extraction is. I'm doing a morphogenetic exorcism. Why do I call it a parasitic extraction? Trademark. I call it that because whenever you add the term demon, all of a sudden it becomes this supranatural, not super, but supranatural thing that you just are powerless against. No. And I'll tell you guys right now, the thing that people tell you, like, you just have to proclaim it. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. I know it's scary to hear that, but I have to be honest with you. I'll make an analogy. Someone has just broken and entered into your home. It is a complete stranger. You do not know them. They have malignant, malicious intent. They intend to harm you. They intend to take things from you. You walk into the kitchen and you see them there. I want you to tell this stranger, I command you to leave. Pretty sure they're not going to. You come into my house and I see you in my house uninvited and you have malicious, malignant intent, you're going to hear, ch ch motherfucker, get out of my house right now or I'm shooting you. Pretty sure they're going to leave. Pretty sure they're going to leave. I'm pretty sure they're going to leave. And if they don't leave, I'm neutralizing that. I hope you survive it. I truly do. It's not my intent to do that. But if that happens, I'm going to have to, deal with whatever legalities are involved with that. But I'm neutralizing that. You're not going to be having your way with me in my house, doing whatever malignant, malicious thing you had in mind. I'm not going to agree to that. And I will fight tooth and nail against that. I will absolutely fight that till the bitter, bloody end. That I've just given myself permission for that. So when people tell you, you just have to claim it. Claim what though? The part of you rejected? The part of you you're ashamed of? Pretty sure that demonic thing is going to know that you don't want that part. And it's not going to listen to your proclamations. It's not. It's not. It doesn't have to. There's no authority behind that. So why am I telling you guys this? To scare you? No. I'm telling you because you need to see the importance of you reclaiming yourself. You need to see the importance of that. No more following. No more, trying to be someone else. You need to really, truly exist in your truth as you are. No shame, no hesitation, no guilt. I like that. We don't do that in the UK. We use saucepans. That works. Absolutely. That works. The only thing that I don't like about that, I mean, for close quarters combat, yeah, saucepans will work. They absolutely work. But see, you have to be within arm's reach. My arms are a lot shorter than most people's. It's a lot shorter than most people's. That means by the time you're within my swinging range, if you duck, you probably could pick me up. You probably could pick me up. At which point, that's not going to work for me. That's not going to work for me. So I'm glad you have different methods in the UK. Thank you for sharing that. I do have an appreciation for that type of ingenuity, definitely. For those that don't believe in projectile protection, wasp spray. My security buddies had told me years ago, if you don't like that, you can use wasp spray. It shoots, I think, like up to 15 feet. And if you happen to aim for their face and it gets in their eyes, they are temporarily blinded. Temporarily blinded. They will need to seek medical attention to cleanse it out properly, neutralize that, and then I think their sight is restored. But don't quote me, okay? That's what they said. That's non-lethal home defense. Unfortunately, myself and my kids are reactive to pesticides, so we're not using that as our home defense. Just saying. Just saying, you know? Oh. Okay, I'm really liking this. T-Maz says, we throw ourselves at them in a crazy sense with saucepans. I like it. I like it a lot. We throw ourselves at them in a crazy sense with saucepans. Laughing emoji. I love it. I freaking love it. Is my half-ass English accent, like, is it passable? Is it passable or should I just stop? Is it embarrassing? Like, as someone from the UK, is it embarrassing? Because if it's embarrassing, I'll stop. Or teach me like the different inflections that I need to modify in order to sound more authentic. I'm totally serious here. I'm totally serious because I love the sound of it. I love it, but then I don't want to, like, you know what I mean? I don't want to be offensive like that. Like, it's not a joke to me. It isn't a joke. You can't say it's good if you're American. We know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh. Yeah, see this right here? Mhm. That's why I can never live there, girlfriend. She says, in my country, only the police can have firearms. If somebody enters your home and you hurt them defending yourself, you go to jail. I'm going to live in jail. Is what it is. It's too posh. water bottle. Oh my god, it is too posh. One of my friends, this bloody bloke, he said that I speak as though I work at a radio station. I was like, what? He said, it's so generic. I've never even been to the UK. I don't know what it's supposed to sound like. It's very posh. Water bottle. Okay. Card number 16, Flossy gel. Okay. Stop. Speak English in American. In American. Okay. I'll stop messing around. I got to get going. Flossy gel. Just flow. Flow with it. Allow yourself to flow with it. Have fun with your life. Have fun. Okay. Have fun. Oh, card number 26, parasitic. Ooh, see what I'm saying? There's a lot of parasitic things that are going on right now. Whatever this parasitic thing is, it's messing with your emotions. It's messing with your equilibrium. It's messing with their perception and their ability to move forward. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yes. I need to add more accents to my repertoire. Whew. Okay. Card number 37. Hold on. La 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 la. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. When Jesus washed. When Jesus washed. When Jesus washed. Wash my sins away. Oh, happy day. Okay. Card number 37, past life returns. But then see, it's paired with card number 47, soul separation, which is then followed by royal return. This has to do with past life connections. This is about past life connections being tampered with by parasitic things. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Leanne says, a policeman in South Africa told me, make sure if you shoot, shoot to kill, and then shoot into the roof so that you can say, you shot a warning shot, then you won't go to jail. Damn. Okay, so um I only occupy lands that have make my day and stand your ground laws in place. So you can defend yourself. You don't have to run off first. You just defend yourself. I can't live anywhere else. I can't, especially with the amount of people wanting to know where I live and wanting to enter the house. I can't live any other type of place. So going back to this, royal return. So it's almost like this ties into past life stuff, which and then card number 22, reborn from shadow. So they've entered into the shadow place within themselves, within their journey, and they're really being messed with by parasitic things. You know what I'm saying? Whew. Too much. Card number 19, awakening and galactic assistance. So I'm assuming this distorted masculine they're going to have some galactic assistance to help wake them from this, like, I don't know, this hoopla that's going on. I'm just like, they need to learn better judgment. Judgment is not the same as condemnation, so everyone can calm down. For the people who be like, oh my God, don't be judgmental. You need to be, you guys. You need to use judgment. Judgment is a component of discernment. Okay? When you use discernment, you are judging whether something is safe or not. Someone once upon a time decided to muddle things and cause tremendous confusion by trying to say that judgment is equivalent to condemnation. I don't condemn anyone. And for people to think that just because I don't condemn someone, I can't judge whether they're healthy for me or not. Oh, get out of here with that. For real. Get out of here with that. Okay, it's time to move forward with integrity. And you need to balance yourself. As you balance yourself, worlds within worlds will occur. This reconnection will occur. Self-worth is upside down. So this is telling me for whoever this message is, they're not really having much self-worth. They're questioning it. They don't know if they're worthy of you. I'm just saying, you haven't known if you are worthy of this person. For those who are cross-watching, for like what this reading has been continuing for about a year at this point, year and a half, maybe 2 years. Get over it. What's that? That was harsh. That was. That's walk your truth. Walk your truth. Okay. You have to get over the fear. You have to get over the insecurity. They can still exist, but you have to get over it. If it's existing as a wall that's keeping you from going forward, you have to go over it. Over it. You have to go over it. Gratitude in reverse. It's like you're grateful for the wrong things. Yeah. You're grateful for the wrong things. It's like you're trying to show gratitude for someone who's toxic for you. Why? Because you have to be grateful for the people in your life. You can be grateful for their toxicity at a distance. You can. You really, really can. If it's that bad that it's affecting the trajectory of your growth, you can do that. You can awaken, meaning become more aware. And in order to do that, you have to let go. And that's that. It's time to let go. Let it go. Let it go. It's really time to let go. Let's do a final card. We're going to pull from Kali. Jai Kali Ma. All right. Here goes. Here goes. One more. Okay, let's pull 3. God. Oh my God, this is me in a past life. Ooh, that's me too. Oh my gosh. All right. So here goes. Here goes. Hello, Alicia. It's so sad. My gorgeous one. It just says Facebook user. She's so gorgeous. I swear. By the moon and the stars in the sky, I'll be there. Okay, let's get started. Card number 4, Kali Mahamaya. Kali Mahamaya. Here we go. Totally me. Totally me. Kali Mahamaya is Kali Ma, the spiritual truth beneath all appearances, the healing waiting to be discovered in all experiences. In harmony with your higher self, she manifests a path upon which she can best learn, heal, or you can best learn, heal, and grow. She's unclothed, symbolizing wild, unconditional authenticity. She is the empowerment to discard conditioning and judgments that we have worn. Cast off the fearful constraints others have imposed upon you. Connecting to your authentic being will attract healing, guidance, and divine grace to you now. This is literally what I have been talking about this entire reading. This is literally everything that I have been talking about. I'm going to pierce my nose, is what it is. Going to pierce my nose. I will be part of the nose pierce. Okay. So, card number 33. Oopsie. Jai Makali. That's what it says. Card number 33. Anahata Kali, beautiful, powerful mother of the sacred universal heart, who lives within our hearts as the wisdom and healing power of love. Your heart knows how to heal and how to open, how to break and repair itself to become stronger and wiser than before. Your heart cannot be contained or constrained by what has taken place. Your heart wisdom and empowerment are growing. Soon you shall have the wisdom and courage to accomplish something very important for your soul journey. Trust in the invisible workings of divine love. Let your heart be at peace. Ooh. The journey of the soul is a journey from the head to the heart. Anahata is a Sanskrit name for the heart chakra. Anahata Kali is a goddess who secures the awakening, transformation, and liberation of the heart. Love is her expression. When Kalima touches the heart, it becomes capable of love that is increasingly unconditional, fearless, and compassionate. This is you. Like, this is where you're headed. You're headed to this place where your compassion and grace far exceeds any other beauty you've known in life. I mean, really allow yourself to enter into this godlike, goddess like phase of your journey. Let that space be the very space that's used as your chrysalis. You know, like it's important. It's so important to enter into this really beautiful place where your existence, just by existing, your existence is healing the fractured hearts of so many. Hold on. Bish, sir, wake up, sir. So posh. Bish, in a posh manner, could you please answer a question? I want you guys to ask a question of Bish, and Bish is going to give an answer. All right. I don't know what my question is. Bish, I have a question. Is this reading about someone so brokenhearted and they want to um, make themselves whole again in order to be worthy of being in our presence? Yes. Bish, are they going to have the courage to talk to them within this year? Yes. Bish, do you love me? Are you saying yes or no? Bish, do you love me? Yes. All right. So, what'd you ask? What question did you guys ask? I feel like this is someone who needs to be in your presence for some reason because you help to make them feel whole. And I'm wondering if this is someone that's been in your presence before. Uh, is this Bish? Bish? Bish, wake up. Bish. Bish, is this someone who is part of their past life? Yes. Bish, is this someone who is part of their life right now? No. Why are you shaking like you're scared? Bish. Bish. Okay, so this person is not part of their life right now, but was this person in their life before, in this life? Yes. So this is someone from this life's past. Yes. Very recent past? Why are you scared? She's shaking. Bish, focus, Bish, focus. Why are you scared? Am I speaking aggressively? I might be. I'm sorry, Bish. Bish, is this someone that was part of their recent history? A small no. Okay. Is this someone that was part of their history maybe several years back? Yes. Are you afraid to say no, they're not part of their life right now because this person has been quietly watching? She's shaking yes. She's like, it's like, so I guess this is someone who has been watching you. This is someone that's been watching. This is someone who you had an interaction with at some point, not too recent. Um, is it the person that people who resonate with this reading think it is? Yes. Slow down. Slow. Don't be so eager with that. Yes. Is it Bish, do you think I have an attitude problem? She's shivering. Bish, it's okay. It's okay, Bish. Do you think I have an attitude problem? She's like, oh my God. Oh my God. Hold on. Hold on. Bish. It's okay. It's okay. Bish, do you believe that I have an attitude problem? Yes. It's a small yes. So, like a small attitude problem? Don't. So, do I have a small attitude problem? No. Is it a big attitude problem? Yes. Bitch, get back in your fucking bag. What's wrong with you? Get back on your shelf. Ooh. She said I got a big attitude problem. Maybe because you're so small. That hurt my feelings. What? Try asking Bish in a British accent. Okay, I'll ask. I'll ask Bish one more time. Hello, Bish. Oh, I banged her head. Okay, Bish. Hello, Bish. Bish, wake up. Bish, do I have a bloody attitude? B- Bish, is Marlene influencing you? Very small no. We're really going to put her away now. We're really going to put her away now. All right. Final card, because I have to go soon. Shmashana. She shines her blessing of divine deconstruction, clearing away that which undermines your confidence and inhibits your activity on your life path. With a courage born of unconditional trust, you can accept her fierce intervention in your life with openness to the positive changes that shall emerge as a result. Smashana Kali is fierce. Her presence indicates radical divine intervention. It may at first be experienced as a shock and some form of upheaval. She dwells in the taboo lands of the cremation grounds. Hers is a teaching that divine timing must prevail. And sometimes certain involvement or circumstances must end. What just happened? There's something. I gotta get going. All right. All right. I gotta go. Bish hurt my feelings and I gotta go lick my wounds. Said I have an attitude problem where you're the bitch in the relationship. Your name is Bish for a reason. I'm just saying. I know I should not be defensive. Michael says you're being defensive. I know. My feelings were hurt. Hello. He says, you knew what she was going to say. You're aware of your attitude. I'm aware of my attitude. I know my attitude. But I haven't eaten. I did eat, actually. I did eat. So I don't know what my attitude's about. Maybe I'm hot. Maybe I need a nap. I don't know. All right, guys. This reading is done. It's just done. It's done because, it's time to go. It's just time to go. So please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. Turn on your notification bell. If you're watching me on Facebook, please share it out. I don't want a thumb. I want a heart. I want all that heat of that love. Please give it a heart. Share it out. Share it into your groups. Send it to people in their inbox. Tag people. All the goodness. All the goodness. And I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. Maybe my attitude is stemming from the detox tea. I'm detoxing my attitude right now. We'll figure it out. Don't worry. I'll see you guys again tomorrow, 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.